And joining us, as he does every Tuesday, Matt Ross. Morning, buddy.
Good morning.
Hey, I know you got a lot to talk about, but I walked over here by this plant, and I just got blown away by the smell. Ashley Moser came in, and she thought it smelled so good, she was wondering if it made fruit and you could eat it, and he informs us, no, it's poisonous. Yeah, night blooming jasmine, you said?
Yeah, and that's a plant that if you have in your landscape right now, or if it's in one of your patio containers, it's time to bring it in.
Boy, is it fragrant.
Oh, it is, and it's awesome. And why not bring that fragrance into the home?
Yeah.
Kind of
potpourri.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Growing.
Beautiful plant.
Okay, we got some maters here. We've got some sheets. I take it we're talking about time to cover things up.
That is correct. It is that time again where we are going to be covering up some of our crops. Tomatoes are a pretty good example of one that probably has reached that point where it's time to yank it out of the ground. But let's say you have some artichoke and you're trying to hold on to that plant and you're trying to overwinter it. You can actually use this tomato cage after you pull up your tomatoes to put it over and upside down the plant and then wrap it up with old bed sheets or old curtains.
This is an artichoke plant right here.
That is an artichoke plant right there.
I've never seen, well, I may have seen one, but I didn't know what it was.
And they're normally not hardy in our region, but if you give it some winter protection, you can kind of help it out, kind of limp through, and hopefully it'll make it through the winter. If
Really?
you have other plants, yep. If you have some other plants that you want to provide some protection for that might be on the more tender side, I always like to use these cages, or I'll actually put in stakes and wrap the stakes. Now, a lot of people ask me, it's that time of year, right? Frost is right upon us. It's normally October 12th through 15th.
Right.
And they're like, what about these tomatoes I have on my plant? Well, a lot of times what I do is I actually cut them when I pull off the plant and leave them partially on the vine, and then I'll put them into a brown paper bag. Now you can see I've got different arrays of different colors going from green to red. And at some point, this fruit is either going to mature off the vine with it still attached.
That's going to still provide nutrients even though it's clipped.
A little bit.
I mean, why do you leave that on there?
Some of it's superstition.
Oh, okay, okay.
But then it does also provide a little bit of nutritional value to the plant. Now, some of them are going to return to a nice red color with the bag, with a little bit of ethylene. You can kind of help it along its way. Or those that are still green, it's that time of year. Hop online, find some great recipes. I just had an amazing pickled green tomato with sweet corn put into an endive boat, which was really nice, a really nice appetizer. And it's one way you can use these guys.
So cultured. I love it.
Most of your green tomatoes, though, if they're not even soft to the touch at all, if there's no yellow change at this point, they're probably not going to mature because the plant's going to die before that happens.
Okay. Cool, Matt. Well, we're running out of time, but I'm coming out to see you in a couple days and shoot some Today's Garden segments outdoors in the cold, and we've got plenty more to talk about in weeks to come. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for coming in, man.
Not a problem.
That's our segment of Today's Garden. We'll be back in just a few minutes.